So now we're going to talk about our final citation page. This will be your last thing you do for your project. Okay, this is at the very end. You're done with your project page. This is the very last thing you do. Okay, so this is your citation. This is MyBib. Okay, now this is all of them. Now you guys will notice that I have 15 different sources for my project, and you might be like, Miss Ashley, I do not have anywhere close to that. I maybe have 5. That is okay. Keep in mind, you should have at least 2 for your project for the level 1, 2, and 3 questions. And that's only if you use the same 2 sources across the board. So at least 2, that's your minimum. Then you have to have 3 pictures. So you should have 3 citations for those pictures. That makes our total so far 5. And then 1 video. The only reason you should not have the citation for a video is if you made it of yourself talking through what you learned. Okay, so those are your options on that. So your minimum is 5 total citations. Again, the reason I have 15 is because I was going through and showing you all the different things, and so I just let them keep building up. So once that is completely done, and I am in, make sure you're in your study skills one. Now, what if, I'm going to kind of show you something real quick. You'll notice everyone has a first project here. And what if I had some citations that accidentally got put on here and aren't on my study skills? You'll notice that it's as easy as dragging and dropping into your other projects. So if you have any that got put into other projects on accident, they're as easy as dragging and dropping. That's how simple that is, okay? So what I need to do now is I need to have it sent to my Google Drive, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put download works cited page, and I'm going to go to Google Drive. Now, I will tell you guys that this the MyBib account is actually under a different email, so I might have to do something a little different with it. So we'll see that in just a second. I might have to share it with multiple people. It looks like I can share it with myself right here. Okay, so I'm actually going to click that so it sends to my other Google Drive. So let's see if that works. So, but you cannot, here's what you need to hear real quick. If I have to go back and add anything to this, I have to go through this again. It does not automatically change it on your Google Sheet. It'll make you a new one, because if something is different on here and I need to fix it, I do have to go and redo it, because it won't change it in my Google Drive. It is going into my Google Drive as a automatic, it's done. Okay, now you'll notice right here in my quick access, it actually pulled it up. I'm going to show it to you real quick. Now, Miss Ashley, I don't like this font. I want it bigger. I want blah, 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 whatever you want. First off, no, you cannot do any of that. It is exactly the way it's supposed to look. I told you guys that this was a formal way to show your teachers what you use. Now, let me go through some of the rules for bibliographies, works cited pages, citation pages, whatever you call them. Number 1 is it must be titled Works Cited. That's what's up there right now. You will also notice that it is in a very specific font. It is in 12-point font, all in black, and it's Times New Roman. You'll see all that right here. You cannot change that. No matter if I'm doing this for a science class, study skills, English, it will all look the same across the board. These are the rules. It has to have a works cited centered. That has to be the top. It has to be in black text. It has to be in 12-point font, and it has to be Times New Roman font. Now, you'll also notice that in order to see what changes, you'll notice that it doesn't indent the beginning of the citation, but after that, it does what we call a hanging indent. It's kind of the opposite of a paragraph. So I know that it's a new source when it's back over to the corner. Okay, now this is done exactly. It's supposed to be spaced this way. The margins are correct. So everything about this when it's sent over is correct. Now, what do I need to do with this? So this is in my Google Drive now. I'm going to go over to my, I apologize, that was the wrong button to click. I'm going to go over to this. And my final thing to write, and you're going to notice that this should be, I'm going to go down here to final citation page. It must be called, I'm going to call it, okay, let's be honest, you can call it other things, but I would like it to be called here because this is what we would see in books. I'm going to add a page called Bibliography. Okay, and I'm going to hit done. Now remember, what are we going to do? Oh, it put it at the end automatically. How awesome is that? So there it is at the end. What I would like you to do from here is I would like you to insert a doc as it thinks. I love that it goes to my recents because I know that'll be the last document that I looked at. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to hit insert. But then what I want you to do to kind of help me and help your teachers out is to kind of extend the length a little bit so they can see the whole thing. Now, mind you, they'll be able to scroll, but this just makes it so much better, as big as it'll go. Okay, so now that I've done that, I can hit publish, publish, and I'm going to show you a preview of what it looks like. Because I know whenever it wasn't in the preview form that it almost looked pixelated, like it was blurry. But in here, this is exactly what your teacher needs to see. And that's all they need to see on this page. That's it, is your works cited page. Now remember, bibliography, works cited, citation page, they're all interchangeable. The bibliography is just a more formal way to say it. That's why I made that. That's why we are saying it that way. So that is how you do your works citation page. Now, if you are to this point, you are officially done. Congratulations on finishing your project. What you need to do now is you need to go back and you need to turn in your final project link and then a separate link, and on the next assignment, turn in the link to this bibliography page. Remember how you get that is that if you're on the right page, I need to click this paperclip right here and copy this link. And then if I'm doing my final project turn in, I need to make sure I'm clicked on there and hit the link button and copy and paste that also. So that is what you need to do now. Congratulations on completing a research project start to finish.